Hi everybody, you're welcome back to the channel. This is TEGA. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. And to all my subscribers, if you're here again, thanks so much for coming in. In this video, I'll be showing you how to draft a bustier tube top with yoke. Very simple, straightforward. Guys, without delay, let's get started. You want to make sure you have enough pattern paper laid down to start drafting, and make sure the paper is unfolded on the side as you can see here. Then draft a start line. That's a start line, or you can say it's a shoulder line. Then go ahead to mark your shoulder to bust line measurement. Shoulder to bust line. Make the marking and roll the line across. Then you want to go ahead to mark your shoulder to under bust measurement. Shoulder to under bust, whatever you have, make the marking and roll a line as well. Next, you want to mark your shoulder to waistline measurement. Shoulder to waistline. Make the marking and roll the line across. Now that's your bust line. That's your under bust. That's your waistline. And that's your shoulder line, or the start line. Now we're gonna drop the shoulder measurement. Your shoulder measurement divided by 2. So I have 8 here after dividing by 2. So I'm gonna make that marking. Next, for your armhole, you wanna come down from that marked 8 inches. You wanna come down by half of your armhole circumference. So if your armhole is 16, you would have 8 inches as half of your armhole. If it's 18, you're gonna have 9. So I've come down here by half of the armhole circumference. Then I'm gonna grab a ruler and rule a line across. And that will form the chest line. That will form the chest line. For your shoulder slope, you wanna come down from the shoulder point by 1 inch. Come down by 1 inch and roll a line like this into the start line. Then mark half of the armhole measurement. Find the midpoint over there and come in by half an inch. You can come in by half an inch or 3/4 of an inch, depending on how deep you want your armhole to be. Next, you want to find quarter of your bust circumference. You want to make that marking. Quarter of your bust circumference, make the marking, and that will help you to draw your front armhole. So find your curve ruler and draft your armhole. Next, you want to find your bust to bust measurement and divide it by 2. If your bust to bust is 8 inches, then you want to divide it by 2. That will give you 4 inches. Mark it on the chest line, bust line, on the bust, and on the waistline. So I'm marking 4 all the way down. Then grab your ruler and connect all the dots together. Next, you want to draft your neckline, your front neckline. This is a free neckline. I haven't ascribed measurements to this. So you want to go ahead and apply your own measurement. Depth wise or width wise, you want to go with your preference. Next, you want to find the midpoint of that shoulder. Find the midpoint of that shoulder and connect to the chest line. Now grab your ruler and make that connection. Now we want to apply that, and starting from the waistline, you want to take 1 inch on each side of that line, 1 inch over there and 1 inch here. Then you want to move ahead and take 1.5 inches on the under bust, 1.5 inches on each side. Then grab your ruler and connect the dots together. Now, from the bust line, you want to come down by 1 inch. Come down by 1 inch and make the connection to the rest of the dot in a curved way. Use your curved ruler, or you can do a freehand and make like a curve and connect to the under bust. Next, you want to find the distance between the bust line and the under bust. Whatever that distance is, you want to make a marking from the bust line up. So from the bust line up, you want to make that marking. Between the bust line and the under bust was 4 inches. Now from the bust line up through the chest line, you want to make the same 4 inches mark. And from that mark, you want to mark 1 inch on each side, 1 inch over there, and 1 inch on the other side. To form the bust dart, right, you want to come up by 1 inch. Come up by 1 inch from the bust line. Use your curved ruler and make a connection between that point and the 4 inches marked above. Now this is what you should have. Grab your ruler again, and from that folded point by the chest line, mark 1.5 inches above the chest line. Grab your ruler and make a curve like that. Then go over to the other side there and connect that to the armhole. Now you want to add your horizontal measurement starting from your waistline. So 1/4 of your waist circumference divided by 4. Whatever you have, make the marking. Then add 2 inches. The dot 2 inches we've taken there, come over there and add that 2 inches. So 1/4 of your waistline circumference, then 2 inches we took for the dot, added back over there. Then you're gonna go again on the chest line and do the same. We've already marked out for the armhole. 1/4 of your bust circumference, it's already been marked over there. So you want to add that 2 inches as well. The dot 2 inches, you want to make the marking. It's like adding it back. We're going to take it off there, then you need to add it back. Now we're going to make a connection between the chest line and the waistline. Connect the chest line to the waistline. At this point, we're not going to be adding extra seam allowance. You need to add your seam allowance when cutting on your fabric. For this tutorial, we're not adding any seam allowance. Now you want to connect those 2 points together. Now the top is ready for cutting. So you want to grab your ruler and start cutting. This is all you need to make this. Like I said, it is simple and straightforward. So this is our front panel. You want to cut your tube out and separate from the yoke. We have the strapless and we have the yoke. So it's up to you if you want to make use of your yoke with your top or you want to go strapless. So you have 2 choices from the way this has been drafted. Here I have my front panels. This is how many pieces you should have after cutting. Now we're gonna move on to the back panel. Here I've already drafted all the essential lines. For the back panel dart, we're gonna be marking 4 inches. That is half of your bust to bust. The same way we marked 4 inches on the front panel. The back dart is gonna exclude the chest line, so it's only from the bust line to the waistline here. On the waistline, you wanna grab your tape measure and mark 1/2 inch on each side, 1/2 inch there and 1/2 inch on the other side. This is different compared to the front panel. This is 1/2 inch for the back and 1/2 inch on the other side, which makes it 1 inch in total. So this is how you draft the dart for the back panel. And you want to go ahead and add the horizontal measurement. So your waist circumference divided by 4, make that marking and add the 1 inch dart as well. Add the 1 inch dart back over there. Right. On the bust line, you want to add 1/4 of your bust circumference. And the same measurement you have on the bust line applies to the chest line as well. The same measurement on the bust line applies to the chest line as well. From the chest line, you want to come down by 1/2 inch. Come down by 1/2 inch and connect like this. If you're adding a yoke for the back panel, you either can come down by that 1/2 inch or you leave it straight as it is. The manipulation at the back of your yoke is up to you. The front yoke will be different from the back yoke as we have cut the boob out over there, and the armhole for the back panel will be different as well, so also the neckline. Because we're making a tube, I'm showing you how you can construct a tube without the back yoke. Then you want to come down by 1/2 inch on your chest line and cut. If you want a back yoke, it's no problem. Go ahead and construct it. But on this occasion, I'm just gonna cut the tube out. This is what you should have for your back panel, and you need a zip allowance when cutting on your fabric. Don't forget, and you're gonna cut that bit as well. It's not gonna be folded like that. You're gonna slash it open. And here we have all the panels for the front and the back. Like I said, the back doesn't have a zip allowance for now, but you're gonna add that on your fabric. And also you need to add your seam allowance all the way around for the front and the back panel. Thanks so much for watching right through to the end, guys. If this video has been useful, why don't you give it a big like and subscribe? I'll see you in the next video, and till then, look after yourself and bye for now.